Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. Today's minimalism video is going to be what's in my minimal skincare routine. If you're curious, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple pieces and things that I've been using recently and enjoying in 2021, and also some really classic pieces you guys might have seen throughout the years. So without further ado, let's just get to the video. Let's get it, let's go. Whew. Before we get started, as usual, if you wish to help out my channel, you can consider checking out my Patreon and link down below. And if not, then you can just help me out with the algorithm by giving this video a thumbs up and a like. Just a quick little mention, today's video is a gifted ad, and that is by the skincare company Santeva, and I will be talking a little bit about them later on in the video. So without further ado, let's just get into the skincare. You guys know that I try my best to be as minimal with my skincare as possible. So I use this little Muji container, which is pretty narrow, to kind of hold all of my skincare. That way I don't go overboard, because you guys know your girl loves her skincare and her makeup. So if I don't have some sort of thing to help kind of keep things in check, I'll just go overboard. So I have some classic pieces in here. I have a little bit more on the side that didn't fit, but this is just like extra stuff that sometimes I do or don't use on the daily. When I have a bare face and I come out of the shower, the first thing that I put on is an essence. So I really like Innisfree. I don't know if you guys have been following me for some time, but I'm a really big fan of Korean cosmetics, Korean skincare. I think their stuff works magic. Like, their stuff is phenomenal. Anyway, this one is the Innisfree, the Jeju Cherry Blossom Skin. I know some people might be like, I don't think it does anything. You know what? Honest to God, it probably doesn't do anything, but it makes me feel good, so I'll still keep using it. Like, this is my 30-year-old face. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with my face, so I think that what I've been doing all this time helps. I mean, granted, of course, you know, skincare is not going to save your face if you smoke, drink, are stressed out of your mind, don't sleep properly, don't exercise, eat a lot of junk. Ain't no amount of skincare gonna combat that. But that being said, I do think skincare, if nothing else, is a little pamper, little sum. The other thing is, I don't want to advocate for like extreme consumerism. You know what? Like, yes, a skincare. I know a lot of minimalists don't wear skincare. I'm a big fan of minimalists who are on the extremer end, and a lot of them don't bother with this stuff. When I was more extreme, I used to just use jojoba oil, and that was it. Like, done. For the majority of my 20s, this is all that I ever used, so take that as you will. But recently, in a couple years, I've been kind of enjoying pampering myself, because you know what? Life's too short. Then after that, I'll use some sort of serum. Serums is one thing I'm actually not very loyal about. I have gone through a bajillion serums. Before this serum, I had the Innisfree, the green tea one. I had used 2 bottles of that, and I wanted to try something different, so I copped a Burt's Bee when I came back to Canada. I try to buy local. If I buy Innisfree, technically here in Canada, it's considered an import, but when I lived in Asia, it was cheaper to get, so that's what I would buy. But now that I'm back, I got something local, so I got a Burt's Bee. This is the Day Lotion Hydrating Glow Complex with hyaluronic acid. I don't know where, I read in a French book once that the secret to beauty is hyaluronic acid, so a lot of products that I buy, if I can find it, is hyaluronic acid. A lot of my products have that, because I really do believe in that. This smells kind of like, has a very citrus kind of smell, and I like it, and you just pump it and it's just white. Really good. I like it a lot. Definite recall. All of these pieces are my tried and tested. Like, this is pretty much done. I wouldn't recommend you guys something that I myself don't like, because why in the world would I do that? My reputation is the most important thing. If I ruin that, ain't nobody gonna take me seriously on the internet. During nighttime, I use this serum. This is the Ordinary. This is also hyaluronic acid with B5, and I'm pretty much done. You can't really tell in the picture. It's literally this little piece at the bottom. It's really good, and it's really affordable. I like to keep my products affordable. I don't believe in buying expensive skincare. I also read in that French book that skincare should not be expensive. It's a gimmick. So I was like, oh, okay, well then yeah, I'm just gonna keep buying inaffordable stuff. So this is the Ordinary, the abnormal beauty company. A lot of people are big fans of this and they recommended it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. It's really good. I like it a lot. It pebbles if you use it with like makeup, so I only use it at night. I don't know, comment down below if you guys have had that kind of problem. I got the hyaluronic acid because for me, like a lot of Koreans, having like doing and like juiciness in the face is like very desired, so I do my best to make my face very plump. And I realized that putting on weight has helped a lot with kind of keeping my face kind of like fat and juicy, because I don't know, I really like that. I know that's not very popular in Western society. We like a cut cheek, but as you guys can see, like I already have a pretty contorted face with high cheekbones. If I have even more, I just look really gaunt and it doesn't look good. As I've gotten older, I actually really do appreciate having more fat on my face. It looks really cute. So I know, to each their own, trends come and go, and currently that's what I'm into. Maybe 2 years from now I'll be like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, I look terrible. But currently, this is what I'm going for. In terms of makeup remover, I use Garnier's Skin Activating. This is the rose water in the, what is this? Micellar water. This is the rose variant. The original is like a clear bottle, and I fully used up that one, and I decided to kind of get fancy and I copped this one. The thing about this is that although it's local here and it's cheap here in Canada, this thing was so expensive in Asia. A lot of bloggers that I follow use this, and they'd be like, this is import. I mean, technically, so that's what I'm saying. Now that I'm in Canada, this is local, and so it's so cheap to buy, but this is really, really, really expensive in Asia. So for me to have such a large bottle for like $5 from Winners is really like really dirt cheap. So you just go ham. So I got the bigger bottle and I love it. I'm already halfway done, so I'm gonna be picking up another bottle. I actually like the rose variant more than the original, so I highly, highly recommend this. This is the second bottle, or even the third. I had the smaller size before I bought the bigger flavor. So yes, I highly recommend this for makeup removing. I wear a lot of heavy makeup, and this, it's like butter. It just takes off all of my makeup, especially like my waterproof makeup. I use a lot of waterproof Korean cosmetics, and this does wonders, magic. I swear by it. Okay, I'm gonna be showing you guys my holy grail sunscreen. I started using sunscreen, I think in grade 9. I went to Shoppers, and the lady was telling me that the secret to anti-aging, and I want to just preface this by saying I'm not ageism. I don't think there should be anything wrong with aging, especially among women. There's a big stigma that women shouldn't be allowed to age, which I think is terrible. Why is it that men are allowed to grow, you know, gray hairs like James Bond, but a woman needs to look 20 when she's 50? It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm 30 and I want to look 30, and when I'm 40 I want to look 40. That being said though, I would like to look healthy at every decade. So anyway, the point is, the lady at Shoppers was all like, she was like, you should take care of your skin, and so she recommended that I use sunscreen, and this is what she gave me to use. She was like, use Neutrogena. So I've been using this thing for, I guess, close to 2 decades, literally just this brand. There are times I kind of went off the path because I didn't have access to buying this when I lived in Asia. When I lived in Asia, I actually bought the Innisfree version of sunscreen, which is also really good and I highly recommend. I'm really big on French cosmetics and Korean cosmetics because I just feel like they do it well. Like if you look at the population, I really do like the way that they put a big emphasis on skincare. And this is probably my 8th bottle in my entire life, maybe 9th. I have no idea. I have lost track of how many bottles of this I've bought. Sometimes I pick up to 60, sometimes I pick up to 40. I heard past 50, the SPF doesn't really matter. Yeah, this piece, amazing. I highly, highly recommend it. I have been thinking about switching to something a little bit more eco-friendly. I heard that sunscreen is really bad for corals, so I don't know. Comment down below if that's a thing or if you have some other brand that you might recommend. Enough about that. So let me talk about my nighttime routine. So I have 3 pieces that I use during night, and it leaves my face mad oily, so I obviously don't wear this under makeup. I don't wear any of these under makeup. This is like my nighttime stuff, but I'm just showing you guys my entire skincare collection. So such is life. Okay, so jojoba oil, I have been using this thing religiously for the past 5 years. About 5 years I got really extreme. I was like, no makeup, no skincare, and the only thing that I wore was this. It's just literally just I think it's cut jojoba oil with another oil, I forgot. Will's mom makes the stuff, so this is not, as you can see, it's not branded or anything. It's literally just jojoba oil, and I heard the properties of jojoba oil are really good. My skin gets terrible when I don't wear this, but other stuff, if I don't, it doesn't matter. But jojoba oil, amazing. Comment down below if you guys also use this. When I feel like being more commercial, I use Garnier, and this is also hyaluronic acid. This stuff smells so good. I don't know what they're putting. It smells like aloe and hyaluronic acid. It smells like a more concentrated form of this stuff. Well, it makes sense. This is the night cream, so this is the daily nourishing cream. It's so thick. My face literally looks like glass skin when I wear this, so I really recommend this, and it's so affordable. It's from the drugstore. As I've mentioned, I don't have high-end, whereas I will cop high-end makeup. I refuse to buy high-end skincare. I don't believe in that because I actually do truly think it's a gimmick. Skincare is just like a little pamper, a little sum. The next thing that I have is this one, and I didn't get this. This actually is a gift from Sephora, you know, the birthday gifts. This is actually Will's. It's not even mine. I told him to sign up and I was just gonna take it. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Oh my gosh, Laneige smells so good. Laneige is also one of those other companies that I really like. I know that I have mentioned, and some of my subscribers have mentioned this, they're asking about, you know, am I trying to go more cruelty free and things like that, and more vegan and clean, and it's true, I am. Some of you who may not know this, in the first year of me being a YouTuber, I actually used to be vegan, and the majority of my makeup was cruelty free. And now maybe you're wondering,
so like what happened, Nat?
Not because I'm not vegan anymore, but I lived 5 years in China. I don't know if people know that, but it was China has a policy where you have to test on animals in order to have cosmetics there. So a lot of Korean cosmetics actually are not cruelty free. So like Laneige, although I do think some of these cosmetics are wonderful, amazing, and it just breaks my heart to know that they test on animals. A lot of Korean cosmetics unfortunately are not cruelty free. So that's probably why I say some proportion of my makeup is not cruelty free. I was really dogmatic and really hard on myself, especially because like I lived in China and I have personally practiced on animals because that's a requirement of medical school. So as somebody who personally experienced, you know, some of the cruelty that happens with animal testing, it is really, really heartbreaking, but I've kind of seen that being dogmatic is not the way to go. Like, I had classmates try to set the animals free. I am by no means saying that this is the way that things should go, but I've just, when you kind of see more and you're part of the system, sometimes you kind of feel like me boycotting cosmetics is not the way to go. And granted, I understand that me buying it is me supporting it. So what I'm trying to say is I don't believe in putting all of the responsibility on the consumer. These large, massive companies are the ones that need to make the change, not me as the consumer. I'm already doing my best to try to buy as little as possible from these companies, this and that, but I'm not going to make my life impossible and be dogmatic and extremist in my practice to help kind of answer the question why I don't have more of a cruelty-free cosmetics. And I understand as a content creator, I do have that responsibility to try to do better practices for my viewers. So I just kind of wanted to explain that it wasn't easy for me to get or have access to vegan products while I lived in China. That's the main reason why my collection is not as clean as I wish that it was. But now that I'm back in Canada, I'm gonna be starting that again in a healthier way. So I just wanted to make that note. And then when I want to be really, really bougie, I use this 24 karat gold sea mask, dead sea mask, and it is amazing. So let's talk about today's sponsors. Santeva kindly gifted me this. They're not paying me to say anything about this. So I actually wore this a couple times before I put it on my channel. So I'll open up the box. Here is the list of ingredients. They also have the expiration date here on the side, which I think is really lovely. And this has like a very nice peppery smell. Peppermint smell, has like a cooling effect. This is what the bottle looks like, and yeah, it's actually really nice. I also saw on the website when I looked, it was on sale, so it was like $15. I think normally it might be double, 30. Let me open that up for you guys so you guys can see what it looks like. It's like this really pretty like shimmering gold, and as I mentioned, it has like a cooling effect because it has peppermint in it, so it's very cooling on your face. One of the ingredients, as I noticed, because you know guys, I'm really nosy about skincare and like reading stuff. I think it's just like the dentist in me, but yeah, I was like reading it. The key ingredient is jojoba oil. Jojoba oil. So I was like, yes. I mean, granted, it doesn't say the percentage of how much it is. It really could just be like 10%, 5%. But I did look through the ingredient list, and seeing that the first ingredient was jojoba oil, I was like, oh, pretty good stuff. You can go on the website and check it out. It's on the website. But yeah, let me just show you guys a little clip of me wearing it for the first time. Hey guys, I'm kind of filming this in segments, but I don't know if you guys can see, I put on the mask right now, and it's nighttime. I just washed my hair. So what are my first impressions? It has like a slight cooling, tingling sensation, which is actually kind of nice. At first I was kind of hesitant. I did a test trial on my hand first to see how I like it. Obviously I'm not going to put this on without seeing if I don't have an allergic reaction or anything, and it was all good, and my hand was tingly, and that felt weird. But on my face, it's really refreshing. It actually feels really nice, which is a pleasant surprise. So yeah, that definitely gets a pass. Okay, so yeah, would I recommend this product? I think the price is reasonable. I think 15 bucks is reasonable. I don't know if I will cop it at full price, but that's just me being frugal. I do think it's really nice. So it's a definite go. It's a definite go. I'm really happy. I try my best to minimize the amount of collabs that I do in like a given span of time. Obviously, as my channel grows, I will have more, but I try to incorporate it in my videos. And yeah, so I want to say thank you guys for being really understanding about that. I was actually really worried that I was going to get a lot of hate about having more commercialness in my videos, but you guys have actually been really encouraging about it. So I want to say thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. So that is my entire skincare regime and products that I use. Comment down below what is a staple for you if you're into skincare, or if you're more of a laissez-faire type of gal. I really, really would love to know. You guys know I'm really curious about that stuff. So thank you so much for having taken the time to watch, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.